When you give, smiles grow bigger. When you care, homes are happier. When you comfort, the hurt goes away. When we all come together to love, miracles happen.
Watching Pat Robertson on the 700 Club is great for me because I think most of his teaching relate to everyday issues in life.
It would help you spiritually, emotionally, and also financially.
Now the world is facing a credit crunch. Every economy seems to be suffering the effects, and I think that he comes up with some valuable suggestions and answers to some questions. I would encourage people to support the 700 Club based on the fact that I think that they're doing a great job. They're reaching out to so many people across the world. I'm going to try to give a bit more, and I hope in the future I can convince other people to give, because there's so many people in need out there.
Because I'm not able to reach out and give that help, I think by supporting 700 Club, they will be able to go out and help people around the world.
Welcome to Washington for this CBN News Break. President Obama has named Melissa Rogers as the new director of the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. Rogers led the Center for Religion and Public Affairs at Wake Forest. She also served as an attorney for the Baptist Joint Committee for Religious Liberty. In her new role, she'll focus on policy goals that include reducing unintended pregnancies, promoting responsible fatherhood, and improving interfaith dialogue. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has finally hammered together a coalition government 6 weeks after winning re-election. His two main coalition partners are political newcomers. Netanyahu formed the new government just in time for President Obama's visit. Israelis are hoping the president will get a better understanding of the challenges their country faces. Well, you can always get the latest from CBN News by going to our website at cbnnews.com. Pat and Terry will be back with more of the 700 Club right after this.
The 700 Club is now joining hands with Orphans Promise to save vulnerable children. In Nigeria, some people still believe twins are the result of a supernatural curse. These young twins were rescued so they couldn't be murdered. Now a new orphanage is being built by Orphans Promise to save the lives of these children. By becoming a 700 Club partner, you can help too. Just £15 a month can literally save lives. Please call the number on your screen and become a 700 Club partner today.
Well, we want to take some time to answer some of the email questions you sent in. Pat, this first one is from Michelle, who says, when your spouse tells you that he isn't in love with you anymore, is there any hope to change his mind and find love again? We've been married for 25 years. I still love him so very much.
You know, this whole concept of romantic love doesn't really appear too much in the Bible. Marriage was a little different than what we think of in Hollywood. And, you know, we go through changes, and I think men go through changes. So you've been married for 25 years. Let's assume you got married when you were 25. Now your husband is 50, right? Mm-hmm. So he's going through all kinds of hormonal changes. Men have a male menopause just like women, except they don't get hot flashes. So all of a sudden, his whole life is turned upside down. He doesn't know who he is, where he's going. He thinks he's hit a wall. He's climbed every mountain he can climb. He doesn't see anything in the future. And he is reflecting some of that on you. All I can say is hang in there. Now, it may be he's going to go look for some 20-year-old chorus girl and say, well, she's the answer to my problem. But she's not. And none of them are. So if you will continue to tell him you love him and continue to show love and openness and friendship and understand what he's going through, maybe, you say, can God bring us back together? I think after 25 years, you've shared some pretty significant things. You didn't talk about children, but if you've raised children together, you've had sorrow together, you've had disease and sickness together, you've had trips together, you've had financial crises together. You've built up a web of relationships that you just don't want to blow up, and I don't think he does either. So ask God to speak to him. In the meantime, let him know that you understand, that you're with him, and see what happens. But you said, is any way, but this romantic love stuff, I'm not in love with you anymore. That doesn't cut it in the Bible. I'm sorry. All right?
This is Ann, who says, do you think society would have a stronger marriage rate if we learned as children how to be good husbands and wives?
I grew up in a family where divorce was undreamed of. My wife grew up in a family where divorce was undreamed of. My children have grown up in a family where divorce is undreamed of. So as a result, they see you. Boys will model after their fathers. Girls will model after their mothers. The relationship, what a father does with a mother, will be the template of how a young man wants to treat his spouse, because he's seen it. Now, I know some of them are so gross, they say, I don't want to ever do what my father did, and, they go exactly the opposite direction. But if there's love and harmony, they say, well, how did Daddy do it? How did Mother do it? What did she do? Teach me how. And it's just part of the culture. So that's what you've asked, and I think if we model successful marriages, our children will copy us, don't you think? Yeah, okay.
This is from a viewer who says, my husband and I have been married for 13 years, but he divorced me 2 years ago. Our marriage did not end because of adultery, so would it be a sin if I prayed for another husband?
You didn't tell me about his Christian belief or anything. The Apostle Paul said, now look, if you got an unbelieving spouse and they're pleased to stay with you, we'll hang around. But if the unbeliever wants to leave, then let them depart. The brother or sister is not bound in that case. So I don't know about your husband, but if indeed he is an unbeliever and he has left you, regardless of the cause, he's left you, then according to what's called the Pauline privilege, you are not bound to that relationship. So you say, is it right to start praying for another? You love being married, you want a life partner, and if you ask God for another that's a Christian, there's nothing wrong with that. All right.
Well, thank you for your questions, everybody. We really love hearing from you. We want to move to another area right now. The working mom in our next story had a high-risk job, but with very low pay. But now she has a safe workplace. Plus, she's making in 1 week what used to take her a whole month to earn, thanks to Operation Blessing.
For the past 2 years, 34-year-old Olinda has done what she could to support herself and her 3 daughters. She works 6 days a week selling homemade jewelry on the streets of Lima, Peru, near where she lives. On a good day, she'll earn about $7. But earning enough money is not her only concern.
I was afraid because it wasn't safe for me to sell my jewelry on the sidewalk with no one else around. I have been robbed 2 different times.
I was so scared when that man stole my mama's things.
Olinda is a single mother. She's been trying to find a more stable environment for the girls to grow up in. But most of the time, she has to bring the youngest, Sarita, along with her since her older daughters are in school.
I would walk around all the markets trying to find a good place to sell, but my daughter was tired and hungry.
So Operation Blessing turned Olinda's dream into a reality. We provided her with money to expand her business and arranged for her to have a stall in the marketplace for 6 months rent-free.
Thanks to Operation Blessing, my income has really grown. I can now earn in 1 week what it took me a whole month to earn before.
Olinda now has a safe place to work and can provide a better life for her children, and that's giving them all a lot of hope.
Now I can share more time with my daughters. We can go to the city park and I can buy the things they need.
Thank you, Operation Blessing, for helping my mommy.
A single mom, a hard worker, trying to make a way for her and her children. You stepped into the middle of her need and you provided everything she needed to have dignity, hope, and a future. 700 Club members, you are doing that all around the world every single day. And to those of you who've not gone to the phone and called yet, this is the time. 1-800-759-0700. Just say, I want to join the 700 Club. And if you do it using Pledge Express, that means your bank does all the work. It saves you lots of hassle, but it also saves us some costs that we can put directly into the lives of people like Olinda. And our way of saying thank you for using Pledge Express when you call is to send you Power for Life teachings. These are teachings we get every month, and so will you, and we want to share them with you. We think they'll touch your life and make a difference. So call now. You can be a world changer. Join with us. Pat?
Hey, tomorrow on the 7 Club, our dear friends, the Oaks. The Oak Rig boys are here with us. They're celebrating some kind of an anniversary that they've
Ruby,
been.
I think.
How many?
Ruby anniversary.
Ruby, okay. Well, we leave you today with these words from Luke. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. That works with marriages. It works with all our lives. Thanks so much for being with us, and we will be talking to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just hop on a plane and fly to a third world country and hand out food and medicine to the needy? And wouldn't it be great if some of those people came to know Jesus as their Savior because of your help? And wouldn't it be great if you could help out people like this all around the world every day? Wouldn't that make you feel great? And what if you could do all of this without having to leave your home or write monthly checks? Well, you can. Partner with CBN and you can help spread the gospel to people all around the world and make it a better place. And when you sign up for Pledge Express, your contribution will be deducted from your bank account every month automatically. It's a safe and simple way to make a difference. Plus, wouldn't it be great to get life-changing teachings every month from Pat and Gordon? When you sign up for Pledge Express, you'll save time and money, and you won't just sit around and watch the world go by. You'll help change it for the glory of God. Now, wouldn't that be great?
For more information about the 700 Club, write The 700 Club, Hereford, England.